Right, so we've got Micky here, final training session before Saturday against Fawley. How are you finding things? Obviously, this is your first season as manager.
Yeah, it's been okay. The summer was quite interesting. Found it quite what's the right word? Difficult. Chatting to people, etc. Felt like people wasn't some of them wasn't really interested in like come in. They just wanted to have the interest and maybe a bit of ego boost. I call it crazy season really because I'm pretty sure most people knew where they're going, but just was entertaining it sometimes, etc. There was a couple of things that disappointed me in terms of people approaching the players that we retained, but I do get it's part and parcel of the game. No one signed a contract and no one was registered, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. But just thought a bit of gentleman's courtesy or respect would have been nice. So.
Yeah, in terms of on the pitch, we've had about 6 pre-season friendlies, mix of results. Obviously, we had a chat in the clubhouse a few weeks ago. It was about the performance rather than the result. What have you seen from the performances that you like, and maybe stuff that you want to slightly improve on for the season?
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't say all of them was about performances because I said to the lads like I want results as well. Obviously, the Dorps one was they were very strong, and the Holt game was a bit difficult in terms of the pitch, but. We're going to come across that Holt, well, not that bad, but we're going to come across that situation in the season. So I did say to the boys it was about results, but on all, I was quite impressed with everyone. They all listened. There was a few surprises in there. There's a couple that have took it by the horns as such and really sort of took the shirt that they deserved that they will get Saturday. But yeah, I found all of the games worthwhile. There was always some positives in there, I'd definitely say, and there was a few negatives. I didn't really focus too much on the negatives because it's pre-seasons. Yeah. Other teams have different agendas, so it was more about what we were doing. Like I say, and there was a lot of positives out there.
Absolutely. In terms of personnel, a few new boys in. Of course, Ollie at the back. We brought in Jaden, Charlie, as well, of course, JKP as well. What was the sort of thought process behind those transfers? Is that going to take a step up? Season now?
Yeah, JKP and we spoke about a lot of it, and I put a few words in that about the lads that come. We've signed DJ as well, so that's good. He's dual signed from Dorchester. He's been training with the first team, and Owen as well and Mikkel are both going to sign and see how it goes. But in terms of the ones that we made in the summer, obviously I was aware of Jaden and Charlie. They are going to be good for us. They're not. I wouldn't say. Not that they're not ready, but they're a project as such, and I believe that they're going to be both good players. They're going to have to be patient, probably play with the reserves a bit. They're going to miss out a little bit. It's going to be up and down for them. It's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, but I believe in both of them, and I think their mentality is really, really good. And then in terms of Ollie's won the league 2 years ago. JKP won it last year. So I'm hoping that I've installed a couple of winners in there, a couple of lads that have been through it all the way, both won the league. So I'm hoping they can pass that on and we can really sort of push to where we want to be next season.
Yeah, the ins have sort of far outweighed the outs. It's a bigger squad than it was last season. Was that sort of a subtle choice from you? You wanted more depth in places, or was it just naturally happened like that?
Yeah, like I said, there was a few, like in the summer, there was a few that I had chats with. To be honest, I had a lot of chats with a lot of players, and I wasn't trying to replace what we had because I believe in what we've got. It was just like you said, I just felt like to win the league or to be in the playoffs and where we want to be, you need to have depth all over. I need to have options. Like it's like tonight, I had 3 people pull out, and that happened. One of the friendlies. At this level, any level, things go wrong in the week, and if you don't have the squad. And to be fair to the reserves as well, I've watched a couple of games, and there's a couple in there that are not a million miles away, and we're still missing Delves and Ollie Parry are both away at the minute. So yeah, the squad's looking healthy. There's definitely competition for places this year, and it's going to be hard keeping everyone happy, but I think a lot of them are invested in what we're trying to do. So I'm hoping that everyone buys into what we do and we can be successful.
2 of those names, obviously you and Cozzy. What's your role? Are you a player like everyone else, or are you just going to sort of chip in as and when you need if the numbers are low?
I would say at the minute I'm a player like everyone else. Obviously, Dell's being away, Ollie being away, both centre midfielders. So at the minute, I would say I'm a player, same as Cozzy, player as well. But big inputs off the pitch.
Yep.
Me, Clarkey, Luke, and Cozzy are always talking. The communication's been really, really good, and I trust in all three of them. And like I say, I don't particularly want to play all year, but at the minute I still feel fit. I still feel like I can give something to the team.
Yep.
But I have three other people to help me decide whether I play or not. I won't be picking myself. I've already asked them what I think the strongest team is at the minute. From their opinion, there was 4 different choices, which is great because it keeps you refreshed as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. And the first 6 games is a bit of a mess because everyone's keen. Everyone's going to do what they want to do, and you don't really work out what everyone's goals are until after 6 games in, I would say.
Exactly. A few leaders in the team, yourself, obviously George Dean as well, Tom Lanham. Is that something that you also wanted to install as leaders in the team? A lot of young players as well, they could be sort of coaching them as well in that sense.
Yeah, I think Braggers as well, Cozzy, they're real leaders. Streams is a leader in another way where he sort of gives it his all the time and solid. They're all coming along. Unfortunately, it seems to be a common thing with the game these days that people don't talk that much. They all talk off the pitch in the changing rooms, and then they get out there and they seem to go back in their shell. But obviously, Tom's very vocal. Braggers is quite vocal. Demo, like you say, and Cozzy and me. So hopefully, with that sort of, and we all pretty much play through the spine. So hopefully, we can dictate and help the others. And I see improvements with talking and communication. It's a big thing for me because I played most of the game talking.
Yeah.
I think you just can help people out, even a simple man on. It just helps someone out. So
exactly.
I think they are going to pick it up, and hopefully you'll see a bit of improvement from the side. It'll be a bit noisier, so good.
Fingers crossed for that. When I interviewed you at the end of the season, Clanville, we mentioned that we need to play for 90 minutes instead of 45. Is that an approach, and how have you sort of approached that and trying to get that consistency for the 90 instead of for a half here or there?
Yeah, well, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like the one thing we've really got is we look fit. I thought Dorchester, we didn't have the ball, but we looked fit. Holt, we come strong at the end, even though we lost. We were strong at the end and didn't fade off. Obviously, Poppies was pretty similar to what happened last year, where we were 3-1 up. But I did make a lot of subs, so that was a given. I didn't really take that one into consideration. And then I thought Blandford Saturday again, we looked really, really fit. So, and they've all worked really hard. The first couple of weeks was a lot of fitness, to be honest, and I would have hated it as a player, and I did a lot of it, and I didn't massively enjoy it, but I knew it needed to be done. So hopefully moving into the season and with the depth in squad, when we're making subs, it's like for like, and then obviously we can keep our consistency out there.
Yeah. Final question. Obviously, we can talk about aims. I'm sure you're aiming high, as anyone would, as any sport person would.
Yeah.
Do you feel that the group of players out there training, you said a few away as well on holiday and so forth, do you think that squad is capable of reaching the high that you sort of, I'm sure, have in that vision?
Yeah, I've said to them before, if they can find the consistency, which I know is hard in young players, like Tommy touched on when he spoke, but I feel like if we can get the consistency going, then definitely we can be in and around it. We was in and around it last year until the news come out, so I feel like the one thing, like I said to him, I think it was also the way I said, if you can just find, I don't want you to be 10 out of 10 every week, I want you to find the 6s and 7s and be up there every week, because I feel like the squad out there definitely can do that if they match that, what I've said, so 6s and 7s.
Perfect. Well, that's it. Thanks, Micky.
Cheers, mate. All the best. Cheers.
Pleasure, and I'll see you Saturday.